Why is the Divine Masculine struggling to communicate? Namaste, Real Beings. My name is Joy. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today, let's look at the question, why the Divine Masculine is having a hard time to communicate. This is a twin flame reading, so please take whatever resonates. This is from the Lantern Oracle. Okay, so let's start. Eternal Gatekeeper. Acknowledge, assert, and protect what is right for you. Okay, right. What is right for you? Acknowledge, assert, and protect. Okay, so it looks like the Divine Masculine is having a hard time to acknowledge the right things in his life. It could be acknowledge his feelings, acknowledge his desires, acknowledge his dreams, acknowledge his wishes, and asserting himself in the right way. That means taking action on the right thing, the right responsibility, focusing on the right thing, and protecting. So he might be protecting his ego, he might be protecting his emotional body, he might be trying to protect his heart, to protect his reputation, to protect his idea about himself. And what is right for you? Right. So what is right? Judgment. What is right? What is the correct way to act? What is morally right? What is wrong? So it looked like that is the reason why the Divine Masculine is having a hard time to communicate, is that he's questioning all of these different themes. There's a gateway for communication coming now. We have a Mercury shadow phase, and Mercury will go into retrograde. So right now there is a gateway for communication coming for twin flames. Okay, so let's dig deeper into this. Why is the Divine Masculine having a hard time to communicate? Let's clarify it with some tarot cards. We have Earth signs, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, reversed, Ten of Pentacles. So this is for people that are in like a third-party situation where there's family involved, or maybe there are families involved, like culturally. It looks like the Divine Masculine is somehow trying to make other people happy. He could be trying to protect his family or make his family happy, or he could be focusing on making everybody else happy but himself, and that's why he's having a hard time to communicate. He could be overly concerned about what other people think about him, and that's why he's not expressing himself. He's maybe hiding that he's unhappy to himself and others. We have more Earth, Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so it looks like he is having a hard time to communicate because he doesn't feel good enough for you. So some of the Divine Masculines are holding back because he feels that he can't give you what you deserve. And he feels that he would maybe say something that would destroy the potential between you or make you look at him in a bad light. Okay, and we have Two of Pentacles, a lot of Earth today. Okay, so we have choices. So it looks like he's juggling things. He's not able to make a choice. He could be stuck between obligation, stuck between two different parties, stuck between a choice, not knowing what to choose, having his whole world upside down. Everything is chaotic. And this is also the twin flame sign here. The union sign is coming up reversed. So it could be that he is like having a hard time to make the right choice. Okay, so that's why he is not communicating. He feels that he needs to make a decision. He can't make the decision. He feels like he doesn't deserve it. He wants to make other people happy. He doesn't know what he wants. And again, Earth. Okay, this is so funny. Okay, so this Ace of Pentacles here is a card that's coming up for the root chakra and comes the right way. It's like a gift. So it looks like he's afraid of loss. Okay, so he's afraid of losing an opportunity. This could be between you or another. It could be in general, he's afraid of loss. And this is like an ancestral pattern here. So we have very strong Earth. So you could look into your Divine Masculine's astrology chart and see where he has Earth placement. And if there is a specific planet in an Earth sign and what house it's in, and see if you can get some clues into why he is experiencing this fear here of making the wrong choice, or the fear of disappointing others, the fear of loss is coming on very strong. Okay, so that would be explaining why he's having a hard time to communicate. Let's get a timeline for communication, because they said now during Mercury retrograde there will be a gateway for communication. Timeline for communication. King of Pentacles, so within 1 month, and again we have Earth, so this is so funny. Okay, so very strong Earth sign. So within 1 month you could expect communication. Okay, right. So then if he could tell you what he's really thinking, what would he tell you? Okay, so let's go into that question. If you haven't heard from him a while, and what would he like to say to you? What would he like you to know? Okay, so let me go to the Sacred Rebels. Your Divine Masculine, what would he like to tell you? If he could, let me take 1, 2, and 3. Okay, let's see. Right. Listening for truth. Okay, so he wants to tell you that he's trying to figure out what the truth is. And that he's having a hard time to know his own truth. And this person is listening to a shell. The shell represents the ocean, which is the mother, and it's also connected to mermaid magic. And if you've been feeling that he's been hiding things, the feeling is correct. You could probably read him, and if you're having a hard time to listen to the truth, it looks like you need to tune in. You could be doing like this woman here, put a shell to your ear and try and listen, because the ocean is an energy that connects twin flames, because of the depth of the ocean. It's the ocean of eternal love. So if you want to hear what's in his side, his heart, spend time near the ocean, try to listen through a shell, okay, to the wisdom of the ocean, okay, that unites you. And then we have bring it into form, okay. So he's trying to bring communication into form. So it's not he's not trying not to communicate. He's trying to communicate, which might look totally ridiculous at this point. But he's actually trying to bring communication. And there's a lot of things blocking him, but he's trying to get through his fears, okay. And then we have inspiration. Okay, so you are inspiring him to communicate. Okay, so he's inspired to communicate, but he's scared to communicate. But he wants to, he's inspired to. You have inspired him to communicate. And you have inspired him to search for his own truth as well. And this is what he wants you to know. And you have inspired him to be better at communication. You have inspired him to work through his communication blockages. So he's basically trying to come to a stage of communicating, but he's being held back by his ego, his fears. So he's definitely healing his throat chakra, so don't doubt that. Okay, so then let's finish off with a love message from your twin's higher self. What does he want you to know? I'm going to take this from the Whispers of Love. What is this love message to you today? Perfect setting. Okay, so this is typically masculine energy. They want waiting for the perfect moment. They want everything to be perfect. They don't want to rush in and do something when it's not perfect. And this might put things off into the future. Like they want to say the perfect thing. They want to do the perfect. They have to have the perfect words, the perfect explanation, the perfect so on and so on. So that is also something that he's waiting for. So his higher self is basically blocking him from communicating until his higher self feels that it's the perfect timing. So this could be the divine timing, right? So if he's not communicating, it's not the right time. That's to accept, and to accept that his higher self also knows when it's the right time to communicate. And he has all these things that he needs to work through in order to come to a point of communication. So on your perspective, from your side, it could look so easy for him to just communicate, but it's not. So the blockages are not physical, they're energetical. So that is to be remembered. And you're also, in his absence of communicating with you, you are also healing your communication blockages because he's triggering you. Okay, so that is also to be remembered. So I hope this have answered your questions. Have a beautiful day. Please leave some comments down below. Thank you for watching. Namaste.